Happy New Year, guys, and welcome to 2025. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're having a great time out there. Hope you're all looking after yourselves. Today, I'm reviewing my top 5 underappreciated, underrated sneakers that I picked up because I feel like these sneakers deserve love. But before we look at that, please do like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's break it down like we always do. And please do check out the Shoe Dog podcast with me and the bro 808 Kicks ATR. Make sure you go and follow the bro at 808 Kicks _ATR. Go and show him some love and support because it always shows the channel love and support. And also, please do check out the Shoe Dog podcast where we talk about sneaker drama, sneaker news, sneaker bad behavior, because we always take that into sneaker court or public opinion. And finally, like I do in intros, please do the amazing things that you guys keep doing to hit your goals, to hit your targets, to keep elevating, to keep growing, and making sure you're always on track with all your life successes, because I want you to win. We all want you to win over here because I want you to be awesome, guys. And 2025 needs to be awesome for everybody. But today, like I said in the intro, let's get into my top 5 pickups that I feel were pretty much underrated in 2024. So guys, let's look through my top 5 pickups last year that I feel went underappreciated, underrated, and I do feel there's a lot of sneakers in 2024 that released which went underappreciated, especially like the Olympic 6s. What a sneaker that is. And also like the Fear 4s that came and went, and to be honest, that's a grail for a lot of people. I even feel like the Awake airships that came out, the red pair that came out, they should have come out in 2023, but they came out in 2024. That came and went, and nobody actually kind of had a proper look at them. The quality on that is amazing. The way they actually presented the actual sneaker was amazing. The sneaker itself is amazing, and I feel like there's a lot of variations in 2024 that actually went under the radar for a lot of people. I'm even talking about the Nike Air 180s as well, which kind of came and went, especially the Ultramarines, and even like the Stash didn't get the highlight that it deserved because it kind of came out at the end of the year. I even feel that the Black Cement 3 was really underappreciated because we got the Year 3, and a lot of people looked at the Year 3 and would rather pick up the Year 3 over the Black Cement 3 because they kind of regarded it as a similar colorway. But I believe that if you really do appreciate an OG, the Black Cement 3 should be on your list to pick up. Every time it comes out, like I keep saying, every time the Black Cement 3 comes out, I would pick it up because I feel like that's an iconic sneaker. And the reason why we get these collaborations is because of these OGs that actually came out or when they originally came out. And I feel the Black Cement 3 is up there with probably one of the best sneakers in the Jordan lineup that were ever kind of created, especially when you got Tinker Hatfield coming on board with Michael Jordan. But let's go and look at my top 5 sneakers I picked up that I feel went underappreciated. And first of all, let's start off with Shabang. This is the actual Jordan 5 Olive. This was massively underappreciated. I should have given this a shout out in my actual top 10 list because I feel like this is an absolutely magnificent sneaker. The actual materials on this is absolutely dope. The ballistic mesh actually on the sneaker is absolutely dope. The actual colorway is dope. This originally came out in 2006 and it was like a trailblazer sneaker. It was like a lifestyle sneaker. We got the actual Bordeaux or Burgundies. I think they're called Bordeaux more than Burgundies. The Bordeaux 5s came out in 2023 and this came out in 2024, and this was a sneaker, a lifestyle sneaker that actually was a trailblazer for its time when it actually first came out, because it kind of set up all the collaborations, set up everything that Jordan brand was going to do going forwards. And I feel that this absolutely got overlooked and basically nobody even paid attention to this sneaker. Such a beautiful rendition of the Jordan 5, and it is just an absolutely amazing sneaker. And it's ironic that we're actually on the anniversary of the Jordan 5 and we're pulling out a Jordan 5, which is dope. The materials on this are absolutely class. The actual sneaker itself is absolutely dope. I love everything about this sneaker, and to be honest, it came so early that I actually kind of semi forgot about it until the bro mentioned it to me, because he was like, how comes the Olive 5 didn't make my top 10? There was a lot of heat in the actual top 10. There's a lot of sneakers in the top 10, but I do feel like the Olive 5 was very much underappreciated last year. And it's good to see that we are getting sneakers like this. But I feel like at this moment in time, with the Jordan brand like smacking out collaboration after collaboration after collaboration. They are releasing lifestyle sneakers like this, and even Fear 4s, which went really massively underappreciated for the actual value they actually brought to Jordan brand at the initial start, from actual the OGs going on to these sneakers. It was massively underappreciated. So this is my number 5. I feel like this is an absolutely beautiful sneaker. You can get this kind of relatively cheap at this moment in time, which is great, but this was massively underappreciated in 2024, guys. The next sneaker on the list, or number 4 on the list, is, hey presto shabang, it is the Air Max 95 Atlanta. An absolutely beautiful rendition, giving that Phoenix colorway on the actual uppers, and it kind of goes from this orange to this red, and even the Phoenix on the back is absolutely beautiful on this sneaker. It's a regional sneaker. It came out in the States. It kind of I don't think it dropped here, but it kind of got imported from the States to the UK. I got this directly from the bro. This came from the States directly, and it was such a special sneaker to me because it basically meant I could have something that the bro really appreciates in terms of Atlanta. Shout out to the bro, 808 Kicks. Basically, it's an Atlanta sneaker that I was able to kind of appreciate. This reminds me of the Air Max 95 Habanero slightly. It kind of has that reminiscent of the actual Habanero on the sneaker with the colors. I know the Habanero's more vivid. I know it's a beautiful sneaker, but I do think this is an absolute magnificent sneaker. Regional sneaker, Atlanta sneaker. Along with this, I think if I had got the Toronto 95s, I think this would have gone with that as well, because I think it's very, very massively underappreciated because it came out regionally. The Toronto actually came out in Canada. This came out in the States for Atlanta. I do think we're going to get a Paris potentially. I do also think we're going to get a London Air Max 95, which would be dope. If you haven't seen, I've done a kind of actual AI rendition. Go and check out my Instagram if you actually follow me on Instagram. But I do feel this is an absolutely beautiful take on the Atlanta, bringing that Phoenix look, or bringing that Phoenix mythology on this sneaker, which is absolutely fire. I appreciate it way more when you learn the history behind sneakers. It's very important to go and learn as much as you can from the actual history behind the reason why the brands create what they create, and even the actual tongue tag is absolutely dope on this. I feel like this is an absolutely magnificent sneaker. It went under the radar. If it released globally, I think it would have done really, really well. I think a lot of people in the UK are looking at this sneaker and picking this up. If it wasn't a regional based sneaker, I think it would kind of done really well, but because it's an Atlanta sneaker, I think a lot of people kind of sat back and let the guys in the States eat this up. Beautiful colorway, beautiful rendition, going way under retail, underappreciated, and this hits my number 4 list. Number 3 on the list of the most underappreciated sneakers in actual 2024. I don't know if you agree with me, guys, but I feel this should have gone in everybody's list if they actually copped this sneaker, and I feel like this sneaker should have been up there for what it did to the actual silhouette, and it is the actual, hey presto shabang, the Ninas. I'm showing the box first because they allowed Nina to change the Jumpman on this box, which is absolutely fire, and the sneaker itself is so dope. The artwork of Nina Chanel actually came onto the sneaker. It was a women's exclusive, and what they did with this sneaker is very much underappreciated. I know a lot of people don't like the actual duality of the actual midsole and outsole looking the same color, but the cream or the sail variation of the actual midsole and the outsole is absolutely fire. The actual orange takes to this is absolutely fire as well. The checkered actual print on the actual insole is fire with the orange and white. They allowed Nina Chanel to actually kind of bring that back tab and sew it in, and they changed the look of the Nike Air on the back to give it a Chanel look. I think it's kind of, that's what they call it, with that actual furry touch to the actual sneaker. But they literally allowed her to produce the back tab, turn it to leather, sew it back in, give it rope laces as well, guys, because you can actually put normal laces and you can put rope laces. It's not artificially manufactured, and it kind of brought Nina Chanel's artwork to the sneaker, which is fire. And even on top of that, guys, they allowed Nina to change the Jumpman on the actual tongue as well, and this is a kind of stitched in as well, which is not a traditional tongue tag that you normally get on the sneaker, which is stitched with a patch. This is actually stitched into the sneaker, which makes it even more doper in my personal opinion, because it's a prominent actual Jumpman with the actual Nina Chanel artwork on this. The materials on this is absolutely dope. The canvas material on this is fire. It does kind of make it delicate, but even the actual touch on the actual sneaker, the toe guard, which is suede, the back, which is suede, which takes attributions from different collaborators. We're talking about Ama Meunier with the actual suede on the toe guard and the back. We're talking about more of this exposed leather, which comes like a little tribute to Off-White, and even the inner lining of this is leather as well, which is kind of more of a take to what Ama Meunier did with the actual Jordan 3s, which is nice, which is absolutely dope in my personal opinion. This is massively underrated for what it actually does to the actual silhouette. It changes the silhouette. It no longer kind of gives you that traditional back tab. It no longer gives you the traditional laces. It kind of brings Nina's artwork to the sneaker, which I keep saying, and it's just a fire sneaker. And if you actually got this should have been on the top 10, because what they allowed Nina to do with this sneaker is revolutionary, because it means a lot of collaborators have got more flexibility and freedom to do what they want with the actual silhouettes they're given, which makes it more interesting for us as sneakerheads to look at these sneakers and actually value them and actually rate them a bit differently than if we were getting just another color change or another color coordinated change to a actual Jordan 3, which we've seen in the past. And it gives a bit more value to the Ama Meunier collaborations, because everybody right this moment in time, I have got more freedom to actually have choice on their actual silhouettes and bring different aspects to the silhouettes, which Ama Meunier have been actually trailblazing, and it kind of came from the Off-White actual collaboration as well, and it's growing and growing, and we're going to see way more different complex collaborations, materials, different flexes, different kind of variations or changes to the silhouette that we know. And it's great to see, because it means we're kind of getting something fresh and something unique. That's my take on it, and this is why I think this sneaker is massively underrated, and this is why it comes third on the list. Number 2 on the list is Hey Presto Shebang. I thought this was going to be number 1 until I remembered what other sneaker I actually copped, and that literally went massively underrated, and I'm gonna kind of rant at the end to this, but this is my number 2. This was my sneaker of the year for 2024 based on what Ama Meunier did to this sneaker. I like changes. I like to see different innovations. I like to see different concepts and designs. I am a customizer. I haven't customized a lot of sneakers over the last couple of years because I've been busy with my actual YouTube channel and actually my regular day work, but this is my number 2 because of what Ama Meunier actually did to this. They took the traditional pleated on the actual 95 and actually undercut it and made it flat. It sit flat. The materials are absolutely awesome. This doesn't grade from like a light to dark or dark to light. It actually grades from dark to light to dark, which is absolutely fire. The actual lace system is different. This sneaker is absolutely dope in my personal opinion. The materials are fantastic, even with the Ama Meunier kind of embossed in, like it's literally scarred into that leather, and the Ama Meunier at the back there with the A. It is absolutely beautiful. The colors on this are actually Ama Meunier inspired. The fossil, the actual brown variations on the sneaker, Ama Meunier on the tongue, leather inside, absolutely fire. The actual A's on the actual back of the tongue. This sneaker was a revelation in terms of what Ama Meunier did with the 95. And I feel a lot of people didn't really appreciate this because we all got caught up in the mock-up with that light variation, with that fossil variation, which was totally different to what we actually got. Even when people saw this from afar, they actually thought this was all suede, and they actually were surprised with the materials when it was actually shown. It shocked a lot of people, and I think this is one of the reasons why this went under the radar massively. This is not going for much. I think a lot of people don't value what this is, and I think over time people will start to value what this sneaker actually did and what this actually sneaker done for the 95. I feel like it's a beautiful rendition. I feel like this is an absolutely beautiful sneaker on feet. You can wear this anywhere, to be honest, and you can wear this with a lot of different fits because of the colors. You can wear different khakis, you can wear different variations, you can wear camo with this if you wanted to. I do like the black camo with this. I do like a khaki, green khaki, olive khaki with this as well. You can wear light colorways, you can wear joggers with this. It's just a very good traditional 95, but Ama Meunier absolutely blew out the park with this. I love this sneaker. Probably one of the best releases, in my personal opinion, in the actual Nike range and the Jordan range. And it just did so well in terms of when I got it in hand. I absolutely fell in love with it. This is a beautiful rendition. It's very much underappreciated because I feel like a lot of the bigger brands ignored this sneaker for some reason and didn't even put it in the actual top 10. And even though I'm a Nike and Jordan head, because that's pretty much what I pick up, this is pretty much one of the dopest sneakers to release last year. That's my personal opinion. And I will be wearing this a lot over the next couple of years because I feel like this is such a nice sneaker to have in your rotation. And the bro even spotted this initially when he actually saw it. I still think those A's or the stitching is on purpose to show A's all the way through that sneaker. That's a little nice touch. It is a great sneaker. It is a beautiful rendition of a 95, and I feel like it just went massively under the radar for a lot of people because when they looked at the materials, looked at the mock-up and the actual photos, it kind of went under the radar, and then people didn't really pay any attention to it once it came out. That's actually what happened with a lot of the Amamanier collaborations. And I feel like that might be through saturation, but I feel like basically you've got to appreciate these sneakers when they come out and when you were able to get them in hand, because this is a beautiful sneaker in my personal opinion. That's my number 2. Let's move on to my number 1 before I lose my voice. So if you guys know me, you know what my number 1 most underrated, underappreciated sneaker for 2024 was, because I've been talking about this sneaker for a long time. Since it came out, it surprised me. It kind of took me by storm. It kind of reminded me of old collaborations from Amamanier, and it is definitely, hey, presto, shabang, this is the K54 Jordan 3. And guys, this went under the radar. Nobody's talking about this sneaker. Nobody's actually looking at this sneaker. And if you're actually looking at this sneaker right this moment in time, you're probably thinking diffused blue Amamanier 2025. 100%, 100,000,000%. It is practically the same sneaker. And I'm gonna say this because you can change the color blockings on this and make it look like the actual Amamanier diffused, because obviously you got the Amamanier touches with the insole, with the actual lining, with the Amamanier on the tongue, with the actual diffused blue, but practically this is the same sneaker. And what's gonna annoy me is a lot of people are gonna actually hype the actual Amamanier Jordan 3 diffused blue and not even think about this sneaker. This is why I think this is one of the most underappreciated sneakers in 2024. This takes inspiration from the Amamanier actual Jordan 3, the original variation that we saw in 2021. Because guys, look at the actual lining on this. It's got all the K54 print on this. The actual sneaker itself has got like a translucent actual Jumpman with the actual K54 logo, which kind of reminds me of the Denim Freeze, which is another inspiration take from the Denim Freeze, which originally did it. Then you've got basically the leather on this is absolutely fantastic, soft. This is like more of a loose cut, old cut for the actual Jordan 3, which basically gives you more room. It's actually inside the sneaker itself, and also you got more of this like suede patterning or suede mudguard and suede back, just like the Amamanier actual Jordan 3 from the original variation. This sneaker is beautiful, cream sailed outsole, actual midsole I mean, and then you've got that beautiful Jordan 3 outsole with the black, orange and blue on that. Orange touches to this, orange on the undercut, which is fire, which is absolutely amazing. This was more or less like a European release, and they kind of, if you know kind of K54 basketball tournament as held in France, in Paris, that's basically where it originated from. That's basically where the inspiration for the sneaker came from. And it didn't kind of release in the States, and if it did release in the States, I believe it would have done absolutely fantastic. And this is what happens with some of the regional sneakers, and we talked about that actual Atlanta 95s. This K54 Jordan 3 is a beautiful sneaker, guys. It is such an amazing sneaker. I'm glad to have this in hand. I just wish you guys could see it, because it's such a good sneaker. This went massively under the radar. This was massively underappreciated. Nobody at this moment in time is talking about this sneaker, which is amazing to me, because now we're looking at first look pictures of the actual Jordan 3 Amamanier diffused blue, which practically is this sneaker, with the diffused actual touches to it, with the Amamanier touches to it that we normally get with Amamanier actual collaborations. But guys, this is going for nothing. This is going for like practically under retail. I think you could kind of get this or pick this up for like £170. I don't know how much it translates to dollars, but you kind of need to pay the import taxes if you're getting it from the States. But this is one of the most underrated, underappreciated Jordans that released last year, in my personal opinion. Nobody's talking about this, and it's sad. It's very sad, because beautiful sneakers like this come and go and are forgotten, and then when somebody pulls them out, you're like, wow, what is that? And this is what it is, guys. This is why I feel like this is such a beautiful, beautiful sneaker in hand. I wouldn't gas it to lie to you guys. I'm just saying the truth. Pretty much, this is a beautiful, beautiful sneaker. Go and check it out if you can. Go and purchase it if you want it, guys, because this is like one of those gems that nobody talks about, and one of those gems that when you pull out, people be like, wow, I forgot about that sneaker even coming out. This is like practically like the actual Jordan 5 K54 as well. That's another dope sneaker in my personal opinion. The K54 line doesn't get actual notoriety. We had the Jordan 3 K54 come out a while back with all the gradients with like J Balvin took as well from that. But yeah, beautiful sneaker, beautifully actually executed. Quality is amazing. Fantastic sneaker. Just a sneaker that didn't get really appreciated, and this is why this is number one on the list, in my personal opinion. One of the best underrated sneakers in 2024. Go and check it out if you can. But that was my list, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would add to that list, because I'm only going on the stuff I actually purchased. I actually got these sneakers. I actually was able to get them in hand and actually appreciate them personally. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would have on that list. Let me know what you would actually add to that list. There's a lot of sneakers that came out in 2024. If they're telling you that there was not a lot of heat that came out in 2024, they're all capping, guys, because there's a lot of heat. Jordan 3 was having a massive year last year. Jordan 4 is going to have a massive year this year. Watch out for that, guys. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for all showing love and support. But for me, TJ at Love Kit Customs, hope you have an amazing week, amazing month, and an amazing year. And I hope you guys cop the sneakers you like, because you all deserve to get the sneakers you want. From me, TJ at Love Kit Customs. Until the next review, peace out for now, guys, and peace.